everybody doing today? I'm Gavin Mazzaglia, and I'm here with my grandma, Mary Mazzaglia. And she lives in Staten Island, New York. We're in her house right now. And I'd just like to ask her some questions about her life. Alright. What social class were you part of when you grew up as a child?
I'd say the middle class.
Middle class?
Middle class, yeah.
Where were you growing up? Like what?
In the Bronx, New York. I was born in the Bronx.
Yeah.
I was born in the Bronx, New York.
Yeah. Why'd you move to Staten Island when you moved to Staten Island when Dad was born, right?
No, your father was about 6 years old when we moved here.
Alright, why'd you move to Staten Island?
We moved to Staten Island because Grandpa worked in Brooklyn, and Staten Island then was like the country.
Yeah.
And that was close to his work.
Yeah. Alright. At home as a child, did you speak English or Italian?
I spoke mostly Italian to my mother, but, I graduated and everything. I spoke English.
Yeah.
But mostly Italian.
Alright. How was life different during the Depression?
The Depression was bad. We had food stamps, actually. We could only buy so much meat, so much.
Yeah.
But my mother came from a baker's family. They had a bakery in Italy, so she could do a lot with flour, sugar, and water.
Yeah. Where were you living at the time of the Depression?
In the Bronx.
The Bronx? Oh.
In the Bronx.
Yeah. Alright, yeah,
in the Bronx, and then we moved to Brooklyn when I was 13.
Alright, do you remember your father at all? Or did he die?
I remember him from his pictures.
Pictures, yeah.
And I know that they talked about it a lot, that when he took care of me, my finger got caught in a fence, and every time I look at my crooked fingers...
Yeah. How old was he how old were you when he died?
2.5.
Alright.
See, I don't remember, but from hearing about it,
yeah.
it's stuck in my mind.
So you really don't remember it, just pictures and
right,
stories?
Yeah, right.
Alright, why'd you only have one child?
It took me 7 years to become pregnant, and I was losing my first child at 4 months. No, 7 weeks and then at 4 months. And I had to stay in bed, so I was lucky to have Vincent.
Yeah.
When he was 1.5 years, I got pregnant again. I just couldn't carry them. I lost them.
Yeah.
So that was...
And you didn't want to have any more children after?
No, then I figured, what's the sense,
Yeah.
I had to work.
Yeah. Alright, as a woman, were you ever discriminated against?
Well, I think the men always earned more, but it seems as a woman, and you liked your job, you try to prove.
Yeah.
But I don't think really where it showed that much.
Yeah.
Maybe a little in the paycheck. That's
Yeah. I mean, for doing the same work, did men make more than you?
Sometime yes, sometime no. It's according.
Yeah.
It's according how the boys felt about it too.
What job did your mother have when you were a child?
My mother worked in the garment industry in New York City on 38th Street. That was a big garment industry. I don't know what it is now.
Oh, alright. She had that same job whole time you were a child?
No, when I was a child, she did homework. She did sewing at home, and she used to bring it back and forth. My brother used to bring it back and forth to the city. Then when we got old enough for her to leave us, then she went to the city and worked.
Oh, alright.
On 38th Street in the garment industry in New York City,
Yeah.
So.
And you grew up with just your brother, right?
Yes.
Yes.
My brother, my mother, and I.
Yeah. Alright, some more questions here. Yeah, so you said you grew up in the Bronx?
I was born in the Bronx.
Born in the Bronx?
I moved to Brooklyn at 13, and then moved here 41 years ago, 42 years ago.